Hello, and welcome to the 4th of October. It's probably the 4th of October for many of you, unless you are tucked up in bed early on or late on the 3rd. I wanted to come on because I haven't been on, and there's a lot going on, isn't there? And it is pretty difficult to kind of discern what is real, what is tangible, what is the reason why we might be feeling a whole lot of things. So I thought I'd just excuse me. I'll just write in here. Right, so welcome. Thanks for joining me. So the 4th of October. Well, when I wrote that post about the spiraling energies and everything speeding up, and that could be related to acceleration in all sorts of ways, and that I felt that something big was coming, I really didn't know about this whole 4th of October thing. Anyway, I just want to reference that by saying that whatever it is that happens, and like all of this, it may or may not be international. It may just be somewhere, maybe somewhere, and so it may just be in the States. It may just be territories, countries. It may be states, as in within the US. And I just listened to Cliff High because I wanted to hear what he had to say about it, and I like what he said, and that's what I had come to as well, is to know that well, this isn't what he said, but it fits in with what he said. Just to know that you are powerful. You're a powerful being. That it's energy, and to be practical. So to turn your phone off, to turn off your Wi-Fi, turn off your router, and um, yeah, do what wrap your phone in tinfoil because you can't take the battery out, but turn your phone off and do it for that period of time. So who knows? How I feel about it is that if it is that there's nefarious attempts to zap us, they are not going to let you have notice. It's not going to have, you're not going to be given notification. So I just feel that it could be, what he said was interesting. He said it could be that what they are seeking to do is to mine your phone so that they have got more intel on who they need to be looking at. So that's another way to look at it. But please don't worry. Please just turn your phone off or wrap it in tinfoil, or put it in your microwave if you've got one, and just call in that the energies are of benefit. And so we'll just have a little space. And in our day here in New Zealand, it's 4:00 in the morning. So if you want to turn your phone off, do that. But I feel that it could have a number of reasons, and none of them are clear to me. So I would say, see it as an energy coming through. See it as that you are above it, or that it only enhances you, and just put it somewhere safe and turn it off if you can. And certainly, turn your router off, and certainly do that if you're in the US. Anyway, this day. So I have to tell you that today, when I woke up, I was awake at about 5, watching the light, watching the dawn, and we had a clear blue sky with sun this morning, and that is the first time here. Well, here where I live, we've been plagued by clouds, chemtrails, and very little sunshine for most of this year. Like, we're heading into summer again now. And this morning, I I felt as though I guess could just say it. I felt as though I had completed my integration to a new level, as though from about 2 months, you would have heard me say how I've had all this time of being quite doolally, of not being able to be in this practical world, of being fine with accessing the higher, but in terms of being logical and sequential, that I've not been very smart on that level. Well, today I woke up and I'm like, I feel really good, and I feel whole, and I feel like I've come back together. This whole sort of 2 months really of feeling discombobulated, of being stretched, of being out of my body, of going through all of this reintegration, realignment, coming up into the higher, that today I thought, oh, I'm complete with that. So I felt very together. And yeah, that was what I decided, that I'd come to this whole new higher level of frequency, integration, and alignment. And so you may have had that experience today, you may have it tomorrow or the next day. My sense of what is happening for people now is that everybody's in their own individual kind of time frame, and so we will experience a lot of things that are similar but at different times, or we may experience a similar outcome with a different process and at different times. This has been my understanding of what's sort of going on now. All right, so let's just see what's in here. I'll just go back up to the top. So hello, Charlotte, and hello, Holger. In stillness, thank you, Holger. You always have such great wisdom and languaging for us. So Holger has written, I am stillness in this glorious now, to let this unfoldment of this golden October flow. Yes, yes, that's right. This golden October, I got shown all this golden stuff from Gaia today as well. Yes, so we are fine. We are ascending this whole, these waves of energy coming through from the sun. I mean, they are extraordinary in themselves, and we are managing them, aren't we? Hi, Anna. Hi, Donna Jean. Couldn't sleep. Yes, this whole sleep malarkey, I think most people are being affected by it. I did have some. Oh, this was my great meme. I thought it was a great meme that came to me today. That yesterday, the energies slammed me to the mattress like a great wrestler. That amused me anyway. Hi, Alex. Hi, Alex. Love and above. The alert will still come through when you turn your phone back on. Good point. I think we'll be fine, but I agree with simply setting the intention of protection. So let us set an intention now of protection of all of humanity, of all of the animals, of all sentient beings, of all of nature, of our entire planet, to be bathed in the light that is coming in, this beautiful golden light, and that golden light harbors a protective shield around all of us, that only what is good and useful and uplifting and helpful for us on our ascension pathway is allowed in. And so just see yourself in some kind of shielded bubble, and place yourself in that place, your family in that place, your home in that place, your pets in that. We can have layers of bubbles, and we can hold space for the gorgeous, delicious upliftment of humanity and the planet through this time. So, yeah, let me just return to my notes, I guess. Yeah, so I want to say, just to hold the energy that may or may not come through, that may or may not impact as having this greater manifestation impact on our own and the Earth's ascension. So some things that I have written in here for us to ask ourselves is, what sits in the heart space? So we are really in this finalizing clearing or having finished clearing. So these are just some internal inquiries. What sits in the throat? What sits in the higher heart? Because definitely this is where it feels as though we're in the last part of the clearing. We're definitely in the, come on, let me see these things that I believe, that I hold on to, that are false, that are fake, that are old, that are not standing up in our new way of being, in our new earth, in our new ascended planetary dimensional space. That it's those areas that we're releasing from now, if we've still got things to release. That's my take on it. The masculine aspect of our world may also have some heart issues to be dealing with. What's in the shadow? What sits in the shadow? Your shadow, my shadow, humanity's shadow. I wrote this just as a little sort of note, because this is what I have framed up for my own attitude. Is it possible that the ridiculousness from government is to prompt reaction, response, and thinking? That actually it's a ruse to awaken humanity, that there's this weird inversion going on that's about waking people up? I think that's a possibility. I really do. Oh yeah, so it's interesting, after I wrote that post, and I don't really I'm not not bragging here, but when I wrote that post about the spirals, that there's been quite a lot of other work that has come from other people who have spoken about this spiraling as well. So yesterday, yeah, that's right. That's what I wrote yesterday about these energies being so strong, coming through from the sun, that it certainly sent me to have sleep, and I know that it did that for a lot of other people. And today I have awoken with this. So I know it's the 4th today, and I wrote this today as in about yesterday, but now I'm up to today. I have awoken feeling smiley, at peace, and filled in my heart, complete and whole in my transformation to a new level. And so I'm asking these questions for you to ask of yourself. What is left to clear? Am I healed and whole? Am I balanced and aligned? And what is left for me to be able to entirely come home to self as this smiling, radiant, illuminated, and ready for our planetary ascension, ready for divine partnership, and ready for a love-filled life. And so I just invite you to sit in the self-inquiry of that. Hello, Helen. Hello, Dee. Hello, sweet CC. Yeah, so definitely, definitely, I have to tell you that it's in terms of if you are in this kind of traveling to divine partnership, if you like, if you are aware that you are connected to a divine partner and that this is on its way, there's a whole lot of stuff that's going on that is physically tangible and relates to people I know. And so the divine masculine post that I made, I might read that shortly. It's really, there's so much, I channeled that, but there's a lot of that coming up to be shown as this extra validation and truth. Let me see. Yeah, so today, this golden light, like diamond flakes, to permeate our inner earth. So I was in the inner earth, as you all know I do, and that's what I was like, watching foil, gold foil, coming in as in the inner being as well. So the inner earth and within us, this golden foil in diamond shapes, cascading energies, blessing each with love. As hearts are opened, each becomes wealthier, with the new currency being energy, the energy of love. Love tilts the perception and and adds the ingredients into the heart, along with compassion, unity, and community. Each in witness to the old thoughts and patterns not feeling right. Not feeling connected and no longer authentic. So not feeling connected to them in terms of cognitive and in terms of feeling, but it's this feeling motion, this feeling expansion, this feeling experience, the emotional body really coming online here to support what is right, what is authentic, what is true, what lines up with our own codes, really. And so this is where we are all at. This idea that anything that's no longer correct, authentic, true, and aligned to who we are as this divine being is going to be showing up as dissolving or as being released. And there's not a lot of investigation that's needed to be done. You just attune to it. Is this old, or is this true? Is this to stay, or is this to go? And then just allow it to go. They will dissolve and lose their power. Even the deeply entrenched of these, Gaia said, will be generally easily seen and let go. Because our world, it is a changing. And then each can begin to seek their placement, their new love, their new location, their new job, their new house. And do not worry, it is all for the highest. It is all for the highest good of all. So yeah, let me read this, because remember that this applies to everybody, and remember that, well, that's always been my read of it, that the divine masculine lead the collective. And so the divine masculine are in their awakening, in their heart opening, in their being guided to this month, to me, how it showed up is that this month they will exit. They will exit their existing situations. So the divine masculine is likely making choices to be alone or on their own. This may show up as time away, as leaving current connections, as having some kind of retreat or sabbatical or holiday. This is so they can examine their wounds and patterns, complete their healing, and come into wholeness. And so this is, if you are the divine feminine, then this is the aspect of you to be just checking in with as well. And today, so I wrote 3 when I wrote this post. By the time I'd finished, I had 4, and now since then I've had 2 more. So I have now been given 6 actual physical examples by either a divine feminine about their divine masculine, or by a divine masculine about themselves and what they are doing or seeking and why. So there's this letting go of and doing this examination. So this month there is some aspect of the divine masculine movement out of old or current situations to show up in a physical, tangible sense. The divine masculine are exiting those places that hold them, and they are leaving jobs, relationships, and locations they are not happy in. It's very clear that during this month of October, where a lot of this unhappiness will be shown up and illuminated, they will then begin to see and feel it more clearly, and then will take steps to close things off in the physical and to begin anew in the physical. My psychic read of it being that this level of understanding will become very clear during October. This is that reset, that reevaluation, that deep examination of the programs and all the conditioning of such beliefs as a marriage should last forever. The masculine has to be the one who provides for and who figures it all out in the head. And so this has been the awakening of the masculine. And then this is the opening for the awakening of the entire of humanity. Their hearts are being opened. They are coming into higher consciousness. Their psychic intuition and vision and other gifts are being switched on, and they are starting to see a bigger picture of their future, one that is new and expansive. At the same time as all these old conditions, family patterning and expectations, the familial and the genealogical back through time are examined. Where is it they have not attended to their emotional needs? So this is quite a big, deep question for the masculine. And they are now being asked to do so. And in that recognition, they are letting go of all of the things that hold them and bind them in the lower way of operating, in this 3-dimensional way of operating, and what I reference as transactional relationships. Those are the relationships where I go to work and earn the money, and you stay home and keep the house in order. I massage your shoulders if you massage my feet. That's these direct exchange of tasks, conditions, and duties. And that's our old way of creating relationships. That's the patterning, that's the training of the old way. And we are moving into and being the trendsetters of this new way, which is unconditional love. It's I love you for who you are, not what you do. And I love you in the deepest way, beyond any love I've ever experienced. It's those kinds of things. And then also after that, I saw that Rick Jewers had created a post where he said that the Father, that's Father God, has given permission for the twins to come together now. So that's very deep and meaningful. And Irene, who's from Crystal and Indigo. Oh, I think I've left another word off the end of that. But anyway, Irene from Crystal and Indigo, she lives in Greece, said the energy of October can be summarized as this is my life. I deserve to be happy. I have the power to make myself and others happy. And then Diego E. Berman, who I read some of his posts. Many people this month will make snap decisions to change their lives in a big positive way, or are finally stepping out of old situations and circumstances into new, better suited, heart centered ones. The energy of October can be summarized as, oh, I already said that part. Oh, I think I got that. I got those wrapped up incorrectly when I copied them. Sorry. But this is, I read the energy of this. This is what I was given when I went into that channeling and connecting into Gaia, and then that's what came the following day or so. Those posts came across the thread, and so they or across my feed. And so they are reinforcing and supporting that, as well as the people I've come across, the people who are here on this channel, people who have come to me for sessions. And so what I want to say to you is it's real, it's tangible, it's a happening thing, and we're in the physical of this. Began last month, and we're in the physical of this month, and that's what I believe it is. It's the undoing. It's the grand reveal of more and more things are happening in front of our faces on the news. What's coming through about fraud and about money and about the vaccine and everything to do with those first three areas that Gaia said would go are really crumbling now. I mean, it's taken a while, that's for certain. But health, finance, government, we're watching the collapse of these around the world in a variety of ways. And this is, more of this in the physical, more of the revealing of the truth of what has been hidden from us in terms of our history will come, as well as what's gone on in the past 3 or 4 years. More of that being revealed, more of that coming out in court and in other places. And then I was just thinking whether I would read something, but I haven't got permission, so I won't do that. And what was the other aspect of it? So we've got this collapse, we've got this the waves, the energy that's coming from the sun, that's bringing us into more preparation. We just, again, on the edges of that. We're watching governments fall apart, and we're seeing more and more of this truth come out in all of the ways, in terms of the people, in terms of the impact of the people who have administered, who've received, who have not. Everybody has been impacted in some way, but we can rise above this and be celebrating that we're really on the edges of this ascension movement as individuals, humanity, and the planet. So I'll just come back here. So the alerts, Lauren's saying the alerts are only going off in the US, as that's where this next eclipse is going to affect the most. Well, that's interesting. Thank you, Lauren. We are in eclipse season now, so 6 weeks of rapid acceleration. So that's even on top of what we've got going on now. And so you can imagine this just spiraling up as fast as you can into the next level. So it is like we don't, it's just an analogy that we rise up into another dimension. We are moving into being able to deal with and to vibrate with and exchange these higher, faster frequencies, and so that will mean that more of our gifts come online, and we'll be able to get better at being telepathic with one another. We know that it will affect the structure and molecular composition of things that don't serve us, that can't be held in the higher. So all of this is what we're going to be seeing the demise of around us, and it will create other opportunities. It will create opportunities for us to, come more home to self, to get more connected to self, to get more connected to others, to build community, to, all of the things that were begun by the various things we went through during the COVID era. Hello, Golden. And hello, Holger. The power of divine love is to magnetize your true desire to you. Yes, beautiful. All right. So, I just invite you to just check in with self and see what might come up that needs to be released, and to just do it easily. And this, just envisage all of this. It's like gold foil coming in, and it's inside of us. It's part of this, or an analogy for this transformation that we are going through to come into our higher dimensional experience. And then with those gifts that will come online, and then we know we're really going to be starting now to be working in these groups who have got these roles to play in building the new. All right, so Sally, you had just arrived in time to say hello and goodbye. And I wish you much love and much joy, and sit in the peace and beauty of your own divinity. Thank you. Thanks for joining me. Bye.